Okay, content of the academic subject biology includes 4 sections: diversity, structure, and functions of living organisms, reproduction, heredity, variability, evolutionary development, organisms and the environment, and applied integrated sciences. Biological sciences study the diversity of the structure and functions of living organisms, their development and relationship with the environment. No matter how diverse the objects and processes studied by biology are, they are united by one common property inherent in all of them: life. According to modern concepts, life is a process of experience of complex biological systems, consisting of large organic molecules and capable of self-reproduction and maintenance of their existence as a result of the exchange of energy and substances with the environment. The study of various types of living organisms living on land and water is increasing from year to year. As a result, hundreds of species of microorganisms and plants are discovered. More than 500,000 plant species, millions of animals live in life. In this section, diversity, structure, and functions of living organisms, both individual living organisms and processes characteristic of all living things are studied. A variety of living organisms, nutrition, transport of substances, respiration, movement, excretion, coordination, and regulation. It should be noted that the main sections are repeated from year to year, but the learning objectives for each section are complicated, taking into account the age characteristic of the school children, the level of knowledge they have achieved. Learning objectives for each of the sections are distributed in the program in such a way that they take into account the age characteristic of school children, provide a systematic repetition of the most important fundamental concepts at each stage of learning. The update content program is based on the development of spiral form of education, and the section diversity, structure, and functions of living organisms, a spiral approach to achieving learning goals in the subsection diversity of living organisms is presented in the figure, and there you can see. In the 7th class, school children have to determine the systematic position of living organisms. In the 8th class or grade, describe the distinguishing features of mushrooms, and 9th class or grade distinguish between plant and animal species. The next features of planning and organization of lessons in the framework of this section. First, differentiated learning methods. Children are born with different abilities. It's true. Each child has his own individual lot of abilities, temperaments, character, will, motivation, and more. The features develops, change, and amenable to correction in didactic teaching is considered to be differentiated in its process. The individual differences of school children are taken into account. A differentiated approach of school children ensures success in learning, which leads to the awakening of interest in the subject, the desire to acquire new knowledge, and to develop the abilities of school children. This type of training can be viewed at each lesson and at all its stages. Differentiation is important when consolidation new material, when assimilation takes place, as well as when repeating what has been covered. Differentiated learning can be approached at any stage and type of lesson, for example, video, poster, demo, presentation, and diagrams. Next, modeling method. Modeling is used in the field of biology not only because it can replace experiment. It has a great independent significance, which is expressed in a number of advantages. The construction and study of models, that is, modeling facilitates the study of the properties and parents available in a real device, process, biological objects. Models are divided into 2 large classes: subject or material models and information models. An object in biology can be called a cell, an organism, a group of living organisms, a process, a phenomenon. Material models are mainly used in teaching biology. They can be domes of fruits, herbarium of plants, model of flowers, animal brains, human organs, and etc. In the classroom, school children can be asked to perform models, a plastilin model of a cell. Information models can be reproduced with a map, diagram, drawings, graphs, tables, and more. For example, information models with diagram, graph, and table. And last, information and communication technologies. In biology lessons, there should be a lot to clarify to that the material is better assimilated by school children. Tables, posters, textbooks, teaching aids cannot have as much illustrated material as information technology. Therefore, a modern lesson is impossible without the use of ICT. Examples. Presentation is a demonstration on a large screen, accompanied by author of the main thesis of the topic, contains illustrations of different types. PowerPoint and Movie Maker programs are used to create them. These programs are convenient because any teacher with access to a PC can create a presentation. For school children, presentations are means of expressing their creativity. This model increases the efficiency of educational processes. Electronic encyclopedias are analogies of traditional encyclopedic literature. They support a convenient search system for key terms, may include audio and video fragments, make it possible saving time to find information you as a future teacher need. Control measuring tools for assessing the knowledge of pupils. Of course, requirements according to criteria-based assessment and in the framework in the considered technologies. For example, oral questioning, filling in tables, and computer testing.